Just hours ago, the gameplay trailer for Battlefield 2042 was released. It gave us a good look at what we can come to expect from a game like Battlefield. The footage used in the trailer is practically all raw gameplay smashed together into an epic montage trailer. So let's go through the trailer and see what we can dig up. The trailer starts with a teaser snippet that we got yesterday. You can hear a soldier saying the Russian troops are falling back. Do whatever you can to secure the sectors, as two other soldiers acknowledge the orders. Their voice lines may be from a type of quip wheel, like in Battlefield 4 when saying things like thanks, sorry, affirmative, negative, and stuff like that. The soldier continues to say, we've pushed them back, but not far enough. Do not let them regroup.
Attention all squads! The Russian troops are falling back. Do whatever you can to secure the sectors. We pushed them back, but not far enough. Do not let them regroup.
This line gives a very good insight into how the sectors will work in Conquest. The map will now be broken into multiple sectors, and within each sector will be multiple flags. Think of it like multiple domination games going on at once, all in the same map. We get to see how close the flags within one sector will be at the start of this snippet. A2 and A3 are on the inside of the stadium, and A3 is in the parking lot. This is likely why there were a lot of areas that we see throughout the trailer where there is not a lot of cover. DICE is going to want players to be attracted to these sectors instead of mindlessly wandering around in no man's land. Therefore, the points of interest are still rather small, which allows the game's pace to stay the same, even though the maps are bigger. Obviously, each map will handle how sectors work in terms of number and size differently, but we do get an overall sense of how the sector system works. The soldier here is also equipped with the PBX-9 and is sitting on the side of what is called an MD-540 Nightbird. The MD-540 will have 4 total seats. We then move on to the scene we got yesterday that I went over in depth in my last video. You can check that video out through the link in the top right. From then, we get Soldier's view of an AH-64GX Apache. The Apache tries to dump flares, but is unsuccessful and blows up. It starts to spin violently as it starts to crash down to the ground out of control. The soldier had a gun that is called the TG-24. This is based off a Russian bolt-action sniper many believe to be the Orsis T-5000. The soldier reloaded the TG-24 sniper and is now at 10 bullets with 34 more in reserve. Next, we get a look at how the grappling hook will work. The soldier aims his reticle at the crane and the grapple creates an attach point. From there, he is slung back upwards, back towards the attach point. I must say I was a little skeptical of how it would work in terms of effectiveness, but after seeing that clip, I'm all for it. Once the soldier lands on the crane, he immediately goes into a slide that is similar to the one seen in Battlefield 5. On the other end of the slide was a squad mate brutally stabbing an enemy in the neck. And in the backdrop, a sandstorm is rolling in. It appears to be very dynamic and has a smooth flowing look to it. We get to see the sandstorm from the third-person point of view of an Osprey, which is called the MV-3B Condor in Battlefield 2042, and is rocking jet propulsion in place of the normal blade and rotor that we see on modern-day Ospreys. It has 6 total seats, including a pilot, top gunner, left and right gunner, passenger, and another seat taken by a dev named Burso. Very quickly, we get a short look at a flyby of the MV-3B Condor. The next shot gives a glimpse of the sandstorm raging on, with soldiers leading a charge towards the city. An updated version of the current-day M1 Abrams, called the M1A5, can be seen. One is parachuting in from an airdrop. This is how land vehicles and robot doggos will be called in. As to how you earn them, we do not know. The gun in this shot is called the M5A3. The battle then carries into the city as the sandstorm rages on. Particles of dirt, sand, and other debris are now flying around all the city. A big explosion also happens in the background over the highway. As to what it was that caused it, we're not sure. One thing to take note of it is that the tank, there is no third-person reticle in this shot. This could be a hint that tanks will no longer have third-person reticles, and you will have to be in first person to aim accurately. The tank here also has 4 seats: a driver, a top and back gunner, and a spotter seat. The M1A5 will at least have a cannon, machine gun, an active ability slot, and a passive, which is likely an emergency repair. In this scene, it is equipped with 120mm smoothbore ammunition. The tank's HUD includes the speed, angle of the cannon, the camera FOV, the distance to the target, and a compass up top. As seen with the helicopter, it also has unlimited ammo. We get a short look at two jeeps, one called the LATV-4, as many others are called in this game, engaging in a firefight chase. A minigun will be the weapon for the Top Gunner. The jeep has 4 total seats, 1 driver, 1 Top Gunner, and 2 passengers. Also notice that once again, the vehicle has unlimited ammo. The tanks are also able to run over and crush cars with ease as they did in Battlefield 5. We also get to see the name of what seems to be one of the unannounced specialists, this time from the point of view of the specialist I believe is called Dozer, as we can see from his arm patch once they get inside the elevator in about 20 seconds. As this is all going down, a tornado starts ripping through the city, and my god, it looks even better than it did in the reveal trailer. Things including vehicles start getting sopped up, and it appears that the helicopter was flung into the building by the wind. The soldiers take refuge inside a building and enter an elevator. The pistol one of these soldiers is using is the G57, an updated version of the Glock. Here we can see how the plus system will work. In Battlefield 2042, you can switch out your attachments on the fly. From this menu, the soldier was able to choose between the stock attachments and 2 other attachments for each category and instantly put it on his vector, called the K30 in-game. The soldier on the left has an arm patch with the word Dozer. Therefore, I think his official specialist name will be Dozer. Once up top, we get a view of the Twister yet again, and once again, it looks amazing. We can see that the flag is contested and that now the UI will display how many soldiers are within that flag area with a number. A soldier who is assumed to be called Dozer fires a Carl Gustav at the enemy helicopter, but misses. Therefore, they go with the next best thing and put Jeep stuff on a quad bike, launch it off the edge of the building, slam it into the helicopter, and blow it up. Because it's Battlefield. From the text on the detonator, we can see how far away the C4 is, along with how many. It shows the max distance of 9 kilometers. And yes, that appears to be a revolver with a scope on it. Because once again, Battlefield. After that, we see many soldiers starting to zipline across the building. It appears as if the game will automatically attach you to the zipline if you jump towards it. You are also able to ADS and shoot while ziplining. Once across, this soldier fires his K30 at an enemy and gets a few hit markers. To the left, a Russian Hind lights up the rooftop. One of the squad mates goes down and shows a revive symbol, implying squad revives are making a return. The soldier then jumps off the roof with a fight happening below. As they get closer to the ground, they deploy their wingsuit and head towards the tornado. In the next shot, we get a closer look at the tornado from the first person point of view of a soldier holding an AK-24. You can see that when you get too close to the storm, your minimap and UI will get staticky and buggy. The tornado will also be able to pick up and drag anything loose around it, anything from a person, tuk-tuk, car, or even an Osprey. Many of the soldiers in this clip are using flashlights as an attachment to see better through the debris. This player here is getting flung around the tornado as he is attempting to parachute away. Very quickly, we can see a shot of a soldier getting into an Osprey with an animation, so we can assume entering and exiting vehicle animations are back. We then get a short cinematic overview shot from the map Breakaway, which is largest in the game at 5.9 kilometers squared. In comparison, this is as large as some of the maps in battle royales like PUBG. The soldier jumping off the Dom Von Peek style cliff is holding a VOR V9, a semi-automatic DMR. We then get a few more quick shots from the snow map in an LATV VOR buggy that takes place down below the peak. After that are some quick shots of the map Discarded, which takes place along India's west coast with beach shifts from the point of view of Casper, who has the TG-24 equipped with a scope. Then we get some shots as to what I believe to be the inside of the stadium of the Hourglass map that takes place in Qatar. We can also see the supposed specialist Bulldozer holding a riot shield, which is probably his ability. In this shot we also get to see Maria's stim pistol. Then a shot of the rocket launch on the map Orbital takes place in French Guiana in South America. The title screen flashes and we see that we will be getting more info at EA Play on July 22nd. As to what they will show, we do not know. There is a closed alpha taking place at the start of July for Battlefield Veterans. That one will not be meant for the general public and will be tested by the more popular members of the community and certain lucky people. The aim of the test is for simple stability to ensure it is ready for mass testing. The alpha will likely be very limited to content and will be a grey box test. An alpha that many of us can have the option to play should shortly follow after EA Play. That's it for this video. There are many things I left alone, as I would be here for hours if I were to go into every little tiny detail. If there are any of you wish I'd go over, leave them in the comments below. Feel free to give a like or a dislike. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.